At Tanner, we are obviously very concerned about the health of our community and taking care of our community. And our community is living longer, and we feel like that it's time for Tanner to get involved with the latter part of the lives of our community. And we felt like getting into the senior living space was the right thing to do for our community, and it's the right time to do it. Having the ability to seamlessly have our patients be seen for their health care within the Tanner system as a part of what we offer at the Birches, we felt like was very important and a huge asset as it relates to senior living. It's really important for us at Tanner that not only are seniors happy where they are and thriving where they are, but they're healthy and they're stimulated both mentally and physically. It's very important that seniors stay engaged, and in today's world, the seniors that are aging up are used to using the internet, are used to using iPhones, want to Skype their family. And so having a robust IT platform as a part of the Birches, we felt like was really important. We actually want to make sure that seniors will be able to Skype, FaceTime, or get on the internet if they need to, but with their family. So whenever you're talking about senior living and senior living space, proximity is very important. So it's proximity to a hospital, it's proximity to families, it's proximity to the community. And Villa Rica happens to be very close to I-20, very close to Villa Rica Hospital, and a thriving community. So it was the perfect scenario for our first attempt at senior living. One of the things that we were really excited about is the integration of Get Healthy, Live Well. It's a part of the Tanner system now, and we plan to integrate that into the lives of our seniors, whether it's chronic disease management, understanding that, healthy lifestyle, healthy diet, exercise and activity. That will all be integrated as a part of Get Healthy, Live Well into the Birches. So we're super excited about that. We also have some technology that actually, it's basically a large smart board, but it's very interactive, and it can be adjusted to the mental capacity of the particular resident. So if you have somebody who's super high functioning, they can actually go to this smart board and, for example, take a tour of Paris by using a wand. For those that are maybe not functioning that highly, it can actually engage them in activities that help stimulate their brain. That's very, very important as seniors tend to be isolated, to keep them engaged and keep them stimulated in that manner. Everything about the Birches takes into account the quality of life that these seniors are going to have when they're with us, because they are now a part of our community here at Tanner. The aesthetics of the building are very much in line with most of the facilities that Tanner Health System has built over the years. They're very pleasing to the eye, but they're very functional. We like to use a lot of natural light, yet we've also taken into account all of the variables that can affect seniors. For example, the color differentiations of floors. For some seniors that have macular degeneration or something like that, it can be very difficult to judge spatially. And so we've taken that into consideration. So even in the garden area where there's stone and things like that, we've taken that into account so that there's plenty of walkway, there's no way for somebody to stumble, there's plenty of rails around the facility, excuse me, to hold on to. And even the things like electronic locks in the room, so they'll be wearing a fob that'll allow them in and out of their particular room. To really engage them, because that's really what's important here. This is not just a place to end life, but a place to really fulfill their lives. And so we've taken all of that into account with the way the environment is, the way the building lies, the way things rolled out, the activities that we're going to have. From the time you pull up at the Birches, you're going to see flowers, you're going to see colors, and that's going to spill over into the building itself. You know, COVID has impacted everybody, and it's especially impacted seniors, as we know. We see it on the news, and so many seniors have been lost because of COVID, and it's certainly something that at the Birches we've taken that into consideration. And obviously there's lots of orientation and education of staff and education of the community itself. But one of the variables that is so important that the Birches and Tanner will have is the ability for Tanner physicians to actually come to the Birches. And seniors are often very vulnerable and very susceptible. And so if we can reduce the frequency that a senior has to go to a physician practice and wait in a waiting room with other patients who may or may not be sick, but potentially could pick up something, then that right there is a win. And so having our own family practice physician and nurse practitioner that will actually rotate through the Birches, who will be available to our patients. So, and that's not to say that some of our community may need to go to a specialty practice, and we would certainly do that. But what we want to do is try and keep everything contained within the Birches to reduce any kind of potential exposure that we might have. There's a lot of unique features associated with the Birches at Villa Rica. One is proximity to I-20, which I mentioned, and proximity to healthcare and the hospital, but also shopping is literally right next door in a very safe area, a nice sidewalk to walk around, and even the building themselves lends to put people outside, to be around others. There's screened-in porches, there's outdoor porches, there's a lush garden. But one of the most important times of the day for a lot of our seniors is dining. And it was important for us to not just have a cook, but to really have a chef who's going to take into account all the various cultures that may or may not be in our building and make sure that we try to accommodate everybody's needs. We would like to encourage anybody who's interested in the Birches, even if you're not ready to make that decision, at least take a look at our website, which is www.birchesvr.com. Take a look, you'll get more information on the aesthetics of the building, the look of the building, the layout of the building, and other things that I may or may not have missed. If you are interested, I would encourage you to dial 678-840-1800. We do have a sales force who would be more than happy to speak with you, to give you a tour, and to talk to you about the options here at the Birches at Villa Rica. We're very excited about the Birches, and we look forward to seeing you and your family here in Villa Rica at the Birches in June.